Good morning, friends. How is everybody doing today? Oh, it is noon o'clock plus 16 in the PM on the Pacific coast today. Sure. Um, I wanted to just see how you guys are doing, like do a little catch up here. This is the typical weekly live stream area. I normally start it at noon, not plus 16, but I was just taking a little longer today. Just everything was a little slower today. I've had kind of a busy weekend. Um, it's been good. It's been good. Um, there's for some of you, Art, what's up? How you doing? For some of you who were in the members stream on Friday, um, and I can't remember if I talked about it on the stream or the workshop afterwards, but all that shit I was talking about that I was kind of upset about, that all worked out. So for those of you who let me kind of vent, I appreciate you. Thank you. But everything's fine now. So yay for that. So that was that. I finished Love is a Dog from Hell. And as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna do the readings of the poems I liked from the last section, and I will put that up for members later today. And then the workshop from Friday, I will put up probably tomorrow. So for those of you who missed it, you guys can jump in and get those prompts and stuff. Gareth, what's up? How you doing? How is it going? How has your weekend been? Tell me about your guys' weekends. Thrill me. Give me some fucking information here. Tell me some shit you guys did. I'm gonna be going out for a couple days here, just because. And it's so funny. Like I planned this whole thing, and now the weather's cooling off finally. But like I'm gonna be at a place where like I can barbecue and just be in the pool for like a couple days, and like by the time I get there, like the temperature is probably going to be like 60 degrees for the next couple days, which is awesome. I'm not complaining, but it's been over 100, and all I've wanted to do is be in water, and I couldn't make that happen at the time that it was hot as balls. So I planned this thing, and now it's like cooling off. So whatever. I could use the solace, I guess is the best way to put it. Been a weird day. I've done 2 gigs in the last couple days, and I'm shattered. Literally sat still and done nothing and still been out of breath. Oh, dude, that's awesome, though. That's awesome. It's good that you're doing that, man. JH, what's up, man? Oh, chill, baby. Hi. Yeah, so all that shit's good. JH, what did you do this weekend? Give me something good. All y'all. Art, chill, baby. Drop it. Let's hear it. Um, yeah, and then yesterday, I went over to a buddy's house to watch the wrestling extravaganza, and it was seriously like the most boring fucking pay-per-view I've ever seen. Like, and like I'm sure there's been a worse one, but I'm talking years. I don't remember watching anything so fucking dull. And it was like fucking 3.5 hours long. I'm falling asleep. I'm like, this is awful. Why am I putting myself through this, dude? Like, this is not fun. But there was pizza and beer and chips and wine, and yeah, that's enough to keep me entertained. I fixed my car on my own, spent no money. So proud of me. Oh my gosh, what did you do? I want to hear. Like, what did you fix? Like, I want to hear some like internal combustion something. Like, make it sound cool. Don't just say you put like a new windshield wiper on your car. Like, I want to hear something amazing. I am very impressed though. So that's awesome. Chill Baby is now like a fucking mechanic, so that's great. So if anyone needs their car worked on, Chill works cheap. So that's good. That's good. Um, let's see, what did I do? Friday was a little weird. Friday, I went from like hanging out with normal friends, doing normal things, to like doing some like movie pitch shit, to going back to hanging with normal friends and being normal, to um, working on somebody's project. And it was happening so quickly. Like, we're doing this. No, we're doing this. We're doing this. That like I felt like I was going crazy. And I just needed Friday to end. And I didn't get much sleep. Oh no, the front of my car was falling off. Oh no, I did some creative duct tape work and now I'm ready for winter. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, no, the only concrete thing that's actually happening right now is the documentary on, I guess I could say, like, how I do things. I don't know another way of putting it. Like, um, I would say it's about me, but that makes me feel like kind of a douchebag. So it is about the things I have done and how I do them. So that is definite. We've almost raised half the budget for that. Um, it's right under half. And so that's going fine. We were going to put like a promo reel, like a sizzle reel together. I think next weekend now we're doing that. Um, to try to use that for investors or for distributors instead of like me having to go and like put on a show for people. Like, I'm getting really tired of that. Thank you. But there's a lot of other projects hooked onto this. And so there's kind of a lot riding on this one. So um, everything from like a TV pilot based off of my Black Star series to a competition show that I really want to do. And then this isn't really necessarily attached to that project, but there's another documentary um, that I'm going to be working on about, I guess you could just say, like, I want it to be kind of more focused on the mimeograph revolution, but I think it's going to be more focused on the San Francisco Renaissance. And if I'm not mistaken, we still have to finalize a lot of details there, but I think that we start shooting that in January. So I'm really stoked about it. So yeah, so that's what that is. And I just had another idea right now while I was talking to you guys. That's something I could probably start doing right now. So there's that. The other thing is, for those of you who don't already know, and if you guys want to participate, you're more than welcome to participate. But yesterday was the mixer event for the San Fernando Valley Zine Fest. And if you remember last year, every Saturday in September, I was like virtually tabling at the San Fernando Valley Zine Fest. It's a virtual zine fest. And this year it's still virtual, but I'm going to be doing 2 workshops um, over the next 4 weeks. And then another one of the organizers is doing a workshop. And then the head organizer is doing a workshop. Now, like, I'm doing workshops that if you guys are in Anarchy Crew, you kind of probably have already been involved in. But the other 2 workshops are going to be more focused on actual zine making. So, and like, I think one of them is actually like zine making is therapy. I'm not 100%. They did that last year and it was really cool. So, the website, I believe, is sfvzinefest.com. So San Fernando Valley Zine Fest. So sfvzinefest.com. And follow them on Instagram. I will be posting the schedule and all that stuff, like on my like stories and all that crap, like whenever their account posts something. But it's really cool, and there's a lot of really cool fucking people there. And the mixer yesterday was so much fun. Like, there are so many people doing such cool shit. And it's not just San Fernando Valley, because like it started as a in-person event, but since COVID happened, it's been a virtual event, and they really like how like many people can come and shit. So like there were people from Atlanta, from Chicago, from Tallahassee. Uh, where else were some people from? I think actually there were quite a few Southern California people in there too. But they were just doing some really cool shit, like taking like what my favorite thing was, and I don't know how many she's gonna have, and I'm sure they all probably sold out yesterday, but she had like a cassette tape, like an audio cassette tape, and she took it apart and took the reels out and typed out like a really long poem or a story. I don't know which one she said because I was just so thrilled at the medium. And she like put it on the tape. So the whole story is just on the tape. And then she wound it back up and put the cassette tape back together. So you read it through the part where the tape would be playing in the player, and you have to like spin the reels to read the story. And I'm just like, that is fucking brilliant, dude. So that was really cool. Hey Mindy, how you doing? She had another thing that she put in a VHS tape, and I don't really know how that one worked. It might be the exact same process, but it looked different when she was showing it. But the other thing about this year is that it seems like, and it was supposed to, but I just don't know. Yeah, it's really weird. Like you have to read it, but it's so it's an audio tape with a story you have to read like on it. I don't know how to explain it more than that. Like it was brilliant. But I don't know, there were just so many cool like zines people made, and like it was just a lot of fun. Like one of the organizers made a zine about um losing her nipple rings, and I know that sounds kind of funny, but um there was a lot of healing like emotionally because of that. And so each page in the zine like goes over like what losing that meant in a different aspect of her life. It's really cool. Like and it's not like cringy or anything like that. It was just like a really deep kind of cool thing. Um Another zine was somebody wrote this zine about it's all the letters and emails that this guy wrote to his friends from college when he was leaving college. And he took all of those letters and turned them into poems. And so there's like a zine of him, of just the goodbye letters he wrote to his friends from college. And that was like really moving when he was talking about that. And then it gets down into like more funny stuff. Like there's this guy there who doesn't like his job very much. And so instead of working when he's at work, he like draws pictures on sticky notes, and his zine, the whole thing is the sticky notes that he drew at work and like the stories behind it. So like there'll be like a sticky note, and then like he'll like write around the edges of it and like down the page like what it's a lot of fun, and there's some great people there. So definitely try to check that out. It's going to be every Saturday this month. So and I don't know if they're doing replays. I think they are, because I think they did replays last year. So if you can't like be at the actual thing, like there should be that. So again, sfvzinefest.com. And one of the workshops I'm going to be doing there is an eight page, 1-page zine. It's the same kind of zine I did that chicken strips zine with. So it's like one piece of paper that you fold it, and you have 8 pages to work with. So we're going to be doing one of those with prompts on one of my things. And then the other thing is going to be the poetry book, chapbook in an hour thing. I'm going to be doing that there too. So loads of fun, guys. Loads of fun. So poetic artifacts. How's school? Like it's going now, right? Are you teaching? Like you got stuff happening there? Oh, but Gareth, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, I'll tell you this. I did actually get pitched something as well on Friday, and it was awful. It was I hope they don't watch this, but it was it was like not really a ghost hunter show, but more of like a Highway to Heaven type ghost hunter show. Um, and it was a really bad pitch that kind of just kept going. And I probably shouldn't say more about it than that, but I was having a hard time not like running and screaming. So that was good fun. Good fun. Oh yeah, and then for those of you doing the Bukowski Book Club, um, I'm putting up the Love is a Dog from Hell, the final thing from that today. And then next week we start Play the Piano Drunk Like a Percussion Instrument Until Your Fingers Begin to Bleed a Bit. So I will have that video up for everyone either Thursday or Friday. And then maybe I'll put that up on Tuesday. I don't know. Like I'll figure something out. But then we'll start the members' actual videos where I go through and read the poems and stuff like that the following week. So there's a lot going on, a lot happening. Oh, and I got to put out the new blood rag. That's something I haven't done yet. Yeah, I started teaching 2 weeks ago. Grad school sucks. The teaching actually feels great. So teaching equals good fit. Academia equals blah. Oh shit! But you're doing it, man. You're doing it. So that's what counts. That's what counts. Yep. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, yes, the whole thing. Like, I hate when I do that. I'll like title a live stream because I want to talk about something, and then like I don't talk about it. Like I forget and shit. Um, Loved your video on what people should write. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that whole thing. Like, I'm really glad Bookish did that video because I didn't even catch Ollie's video on that subject. Like, it never came up in my feed. I never saw it. So I'm glad he did that video because his video was great. And yeah, no, I got a lot of good comments. I'm gonna have to do I might should I just do that on a podcast? I'm gonna be doing a video on comments and stuff I've been getting on some of the shit because a lot of you guys are saying some super fucking profound shit. Like way and you put stuff way better than I could ever put it in the video. So it's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna fucking make a video on this because you guys are killing it. So I'm gonna steal your shit. But so I'm gonna be doing that. I actually cover that in my teaching with my first years as we talk about censorship and things like the PMRC and Ozzy and Marilyn Manson. Yeah, you got to do that. If I press the heart on the chat screen, do you see them? I see a little thing fly up. So, yes, I do see that. So, thank you for pushing that little heart. That would be great. An amalgamation of what other people said. Yeah. And look at all these hearts. It's like flying. This is great. There's so much love in the room here. I like it. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, like some of you guys have been just like dropping some fucking wisdom bombs, and I'm just like, fucking hell, dude. Make your own videos, damn it. You're killing it. Yeah, for real. No, but what I wanted to talk about today is I think it's a book that came out, and it's so funny. Like, what I should do is go buy the book and read the book. But I heard the title of the book and the idea behind the book, and that intrigued me so much that it's kind of already changing my life. So I think the book is called Create First, Consume Second. I think that's the title of the book. If any of you guys know like the book I'm talking about, just leave the title and the author in the chat or something like that. But the idea is when you first wake up and you're first like pulling around and like getting your head on straight and all this stuff, what a lot of us do out of habit is like pick up our phone, check fucking whatever social media you check your email, do all this shit, watch a YouTube video while you're having your morning coffee and all that other shit. And that does, and I don't know if this is the science behind what this dude wrote a book about, but this is what I have now taken from it. When you do stuff like that, like it is like whether it's a serotonin thing or just some sort of chemical like reaction inside your head. So if instead, and it kind of makes your whole day go in that direction. Okay. So if you, instead of consuming content first thing in the morning, if you were to create something like your mental state, everything about how your day is going to go better. Now, this might be a little lofty and fucked for you guys, but I'm sure if that book is anything like I think it should be, there should be some scientific evidence backing any of this shit. So we'll see if anyone's read the fucking book. So like what I've been trying to do the last couple weeks is the first thing I do when I get up is create something, whether it is like I'll just draw something on a pad of paper. I will start writing something out. I will set like my table here up in a different way and like stack things different and put things in different places. Like I'm creating space for myself. And like normally, because like I don't eat breakfast right away. Like I try to eat later in the day. So um like there's a part of me that's always like, oh, I want to create some beautiful food. Let me see what I can do here. But I try not to do that until later. But I have done it a couple days just because I couldn't think of anything else to create. So I would like try to create a wonderful omelet with a lot of colorful things in it, you know. But and I'm probably going to be doing a video on this aspect of it sometime this week. But when whenever you're creating something, no matter how small it is, if you do it intentionally and like basically have the conversation in your head, like I am creating this thing so that I can do blank or to get this out of my system, or I'm creating a space to work so later I can paint. You know, like whenever you do any of this stuff, if you do it with intention, it means so much more to you than if you just are like, yeah, I'm just going to do this for doing it. You know what I'm saying? And when you do all that shit, your whole day like flows better creatively because you're not just like being bombarded with everyone else's fucking bullshit. You can consume later, like consume content and do all that shit. But when you first start out, like get the blood flowing, all of the shit moving so you can just do the stuff. Let me see. Poetic Artifacts says I usually do most of my writing either during the afternoon or at night, but I still don't like getting on my phone in the morning. It's like I'm compelled to watch idiots on Facebook in the morning. Oh, dude, that's so hard. Yeah, like no, don't. Yeah, don't do that. And like, you don't have to write anything big. Like, even if you just like drew a picture of a stick figure, like having a cup of coffee, like do something that you are creating, and it doesn't have to be anything important, but just the idea of you creating, you manifesting art, you know, whatever medium it may be, is a really important thing. Gareth says, I think it's good to be open for that creative process, opening yourself up for the creative urge. Totally. And like if you're into the whole like I don't know if that's just like a spiritual thing or like a whatever, but like opening yourself up to be like that vessel or that conduit for creative inspiration is a very important thing and has to be intentional. Like when it's not intentional, you usually don't know what the fuck you're doing until halfway through you doing something. And then by that time, you're all fucking confused. I've got a specific poetry project that I'm deliberately being casual about so I can do it when it comes, but want to release a small book before Christmas. Right on. It's a surprise book for my kids, and I'm going to make them make a general release after I give it to them. A secret thing. That's really fucking cool. That stick figure example got me. I'm gonna start doing this actually. Yeah, just get like a fucking pad of sticky notes, you know, and start going to town. Because like you guys have seen me paint. I'm not a great artist. Like I can't draw very well. So I just like to make like colors and like I like to make colors explode, and I like to make like contrast like heavy, if that makes any sense. But other than that, like I am not a great artist by any means, dude. So yeah. Your whole attitude to art is inspirational, always positive. Oh, thank you. I wonder if there is anyone who is like inspirationally negative about art. How would that even work? Have I ever known anyone like that? Is that something that could happen? I'm trying to think of like my art teachers in school, even. Could you be negatively inspirational? I'm listening. uh, that's a good question. Like, am I being weird now? Because now this like little fucking weird paradox is going to be fucking with me all day. Could you be negatively inspirational about art? Oh my god, my fucking brain's going now, dude. I think you could be negatively inspirational about other things, but can you be negatively inspirational about art? I don't even know how that would work. Let me see. Is that like a you suck? Do this better? No, I don't think that works. Like, I'm trying to find somebody, like in my head, I'm trying to find this somebody who is making art and talking about how awful art is the whole time they're making it while they're trying to teach you how to do something. And then maybe tell you you probably shouldn't try. What is that like? Like pessimism art? Oh man, I'm getting too deep in the weeds here, guys. I gotta stop. Like, wow, change the subject, guys. My brain's taking me in dark places. If we're all gonna die and your art is trash, make it anyways. I guess that's a good, negatively inspirational way of doing it. I don't know. I'm just picturing like Schopenhauer, like with that fucking mug, like the face he always makes in those pictures, doing his thing. But I mean, that motherfucker had syphilis, so he must have been having fun at some point throughout the day. Uh, I don't know. This is a strange road we've gone down. I'm gonna blame all of you. That sounds like a scenario where someone's parents force them to become an artist, not a doctor, and they furiously throw paint on the canvas like it's a fist fight with the artwork. Oh, dude, you have no idea. Okay, first off, that sounds like heaven to me. Like being in a place big enough that I could do like 12-foot canvases and like throw paint like I'm in a fist fight. Like that just is like, oh my god. Like sign me up, dude. I would absolutely love to do that. But the second thing is like you make a good point. Like I know a lot of people whose parents like force them to take piano lessons or force them to take violin lessons and they did not like doing that. So maybe that is what that is. And I just went way too like existential with it. I suppose people saying write a book, but don't bother if you don't get it published properly. The anti self publishing crowd. That's negative encouragement. Yeah, I could totally see that. Totally. Like it's just sad. Like I know so many people who have been sitting on a book for years because they want it traditionally published or they want an agent to shop it. And the book keeps getting turned down everywhere for one reason or another. And it's just like, I'm like, don't you have other stuff you want to do? Well, yeah, I really want to work on this one book. It's a story I've been working on for a while in my head, and I really want to get it down, but I just really want to get this book out first. It's just like, put the fucking book out. Like, you tried getting it out. Like some people like write 4 or 5 books and that do nothing before one gets picked up, you know? So just do something, and then if no one's biting, self-publish it, walk away from it, and then do something else, you know? Like, I think that's where creatively like, where you have your creative mind and your financial mind. Because like, a lot of people don't want to fuck around with that second book until they get the validation from their first book selling, and that's not creating art. That's like trying to give yourself a blowjob before you can do anything. I don't know. I don't know. Another idea for publishing: if you can't get out of your own work, co-create and co-publish with another writer. It's both creative and collaborative. Yeah, that is good. And especially if like you have like a solid what do you call it, like a, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a contract, but just like an agreement on how that's going to work when you put that out. But yeah, there's a couple people I know who actually have been doing more collaborative book work lately than writing their own stuff alone. So it's pretty cool. They seem to really dig it. So good, good, good. There is, okay, for like as long as I've lived here, somebody in the neighborhood plays this fucking video game, and the soundtrack for the video game is like this flute, but it's like a woodwind flute. And so I immediately go, oh, this must be like some Zelda game that I haven't played or something like that. But like my kid plays a lot of Zelda, and my kid doesn't know the song. But I don't know if my kids played all the Zelda games. So I'm trying to figure out what this stupid fucking flute music is. So if any of you are gamers out there, do you guys play a game or know of a game where there is like a like a flute and like a wind blowing flute? I don't know what it's called. It's not a woodwind because that's with a reed. What do you call it when it's just like a hole in a stick? There it goes again. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's driving me crazy. What the fuck is that? And it's all day, sometimes in the middle of the night. It's like, tell me what the fucking game is, because I feel like I could probably beat the game in like a weekend since I know the song so well. God damn it. I just need it louder. If you're gonna fucking do this, bro, do it louder so everyone can hear. Like, did you bring enough pizza for the whole class? God damn it. Yeah, it sounds like a traditional like Lizzo flute. Lizzo flute. Look at me. Oh my god. Um I don't know. Maybe it's that's what I thought. I thought it was like some kind of like weird like ocarina thing happening, but I don't know. I just don't know. But like I thought for sure. I'm like, well, maybe they'll get sick of this game. Nope, they really love it. And I don't know what apartment it is. I don't even know if it's in my building. Bookish, what's up? Hey, has football started yet? Like, is that something I'm going to be like needing to like battle against on Sundays here for the next 6 months? You guys can't hear it. This sucks, dude. Uh, Oh, I got one of those end blown flutes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. Yeah, so Lizzo does this one, and then there's ones like this, and then there's like the ones like this that are like a bunch of pipes on one thing, and you usually play that if you have cloven feet, I think. Dude, this is gonna be going on all day. It's gonna drive me fucking crazy. Panpipes, yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, it's starting September 11th. I know because my parents are diehard NFL fans, and I have to endure Thursday night football this Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, but guess what? There'll be a turkey with 6 legs, so that's always fun to look at. Do they still do that? They used to do that. Yeah. uh, the Great God Pan. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so I have been really trying to stay away from sports, and I do a pretty good job staying away from it. But it seems like this last year, like for some fucking reason, like every sport thing has been like pressed upon me somehow. I don't know how to explain it. We often have buskers from the Andes and town centers that are probably from England. Yeah, those were a bunch of very geographically um, what's the word I'm looking for here? None of us know what the fuck you're talking about, is what I'm trying to say. Oh shit. Do you know who Thin Lizzy isn't? This is you're kind of scaring me right now with this joke thing here. Um, no, I don't know. Do you like baseball? I used to really like baseball a lot. But when I started doing a lot of stuff, like creatively, like I'm like, so they're gonna play like 180 something games and I'm supposed to give a fuck? Like, that's a lot of commitment. Like, that's a lot of time to fucking put into something. Oh wow, no one saw that one coming. Burp. Bad. Boo. Bad joke. Bad joke. How dare you talk bad about Lizzo? Although Lizzo's in some trouble right now, right? Like she was getting a little freaky deaky with some people. Sorry, Andes, the South American area where the panpipe stuff comes from. Oh, okay, okay. Um, have you seen Hot Fuzz? And he's like, "These are the Andes. You know why we call them that? Because they're both called Andrew." You're pretty sharp. Oh, that movie's great. That's a really good movie. Oh, it's so fucking good, dude. It is so good. Yeah, same. Like it was funny because when it came out, like I saw it because I saw Shaun of the Dead and loved Shaun of the Dead. And I was so bummed at the tone of the movie that like I after I watched it, I'm like, oh, that was good, but it wasn't Shaun of the Dead. And then like within like 3 months, I had seen it way more than I had ever seen Shaun of the Dead. And he's got this big bushy beard. I saw it in the cinema, and when he kicks the old woman in the head, the audience went mental. Oh my god, dude. It's so good. It is just so fucking good. And like just like the whole secret society like thing, and it's so good. It's just a really fucking good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Especially if you dug like 80s action movies or like 80s cop shows. Like there are so many like winks and nods in that fucking movie. It's so much fun. Really good stuff. Like especially if you just need a break from fucking life for an hour and a half and you just want to like forget about your troubles for a little bit, it's definitely a good watch. Oh yeah, and the chick in it, it shows England as it is too. Very authentic small town stuff in there. Yeah. It's called Hot Fuzz. But the chick in it, who I think is on The Crown now, if I'm not mistaken, um, she's great in that. And I really liked her in that. And like she was like really serious. And I think it was like Broadchurch, I think is what that show was called. She's amazing. She's just really good. The World's End was good, but that was like my least favorite of the three. Not only have I watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but I've worked with the Kyoto brothers. I was on this thing called Hell's Kitty. It was a show like years ago. And I got to dress up as one of the killer clowns. And I had like the mask on, like all the original shit from the movie. That was really cool. That was like kind of dream come true shit. Like that was just really neat. And it was in the summer. Actually, it was in Koreatown, in this apartment in Koreatown, and it was hot as balls. And wearing that fucking suit, um, I wanted to kill somebody. And I had to stay outside, like in the hallway of this apartment building, dressed in this giant fucking clown outfit with a giant rubber clown head, holding this big stupid gun in the middle of the day while other people are like walking in and out of their apartments. And like I was waiting for my cue to come in the fucking apartment and do the scene. And I was just out there forever and I was just like sweating balls just like pouring off of me. And like they kept fucking up the part. And so like my cue hadn't come yet. So they had to keep reshooting it. And I was probably out there for like 25 minutes, just standing in the hallway holding a gun in a stupid clown outfit, people walking around trying to get around me because the suit's really big and trying to like get around me to go down the stairs and just like people like being terrified that there's some fucking clown in the hallway of the building, but at the same time, like we're in LA and this is probably not the weirdest thing you've seen today. But that was a lot of fun. I watched it at 2 a.m. one night when I couldn't sleep. I've never laughed and been so confused at the same time. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, like I think the Hell's Kitty thing, like you never know it's me. I'm in a fucking suit, but the Hell's Kitty thing, it's on something. It's on some platform. I can't remember what it is, but it's this show where a series where this guy gets a cat and the cat is like demonic or something and the cat is like a catalyst for horrific things to happen to this guy who's just trying to be like a normal dude. It was pretty cool. And every episode, he would pull in some like old, like 80s horror legend or work with some um, established property. It was a really neat, cool idea. It was a lot of fun. Okay. I'm going to read this comment from Bookish because it is very intriguing, but I don't know if I know the answer. I can't remember his name, but there was that artist who married that Italian porn star who seemed to approach his art as a joke to fool the snobs. Whoever you're talking about is living the damn life of Riley over there. Somebody get the answer to this question, because I just found the guy whose life I'm going to emulate for however much of my life I have left. Okay, I just need to marry an Italian porn star and think that my art is a joke to fool rich people. See, I think that's where I've been fucking up. I care too much about my art. Like, I care too much about the creation of my art when I should just be trying to fool rich people. Oh, man, I've been going about this all wrong. Maybe I need to move to Italy. I've been really thinking about it. I want a Vespa, so if I just go to Italy, like, I mean, I think politically they're a little fucked right now, but other than that, you know, maybe Spain's the way to go. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. That's the problem. No one has any information on this? This guy sounds like a fucking rock star. How do none of us know who this is? Oh. I've had thoughts about moving to Spain. Yeah, I got a buddy in Barcelona. So, like, now it's like really easy for me to go, oh, yeah, I should just move to Spain. Yeah, I mean, if you guys know me, like every 2 to 4 years, I got to move because I get fidgety and don't like where I'm at and need new experiences to create new shit. So, yeah. Adam, what's up? Adam, I got a question for you. Who is the name of the artist who married an Italian porn star who seemed to approach his art as a joke to fool the snobs? Bonjour. There is my buddy from Barcelona who is going to totally set me up when I come out there. How you doing, man? Come to Fargo, I promise. The movie is exaggeration. Oh, no, dude. If the movie's an exaggeration, I'm not going. It was Jeff Koons. The P star was Iona Staller. Okay. None of us know who this is, but he is now our hero. We are all going to get like what do you call it? WWJD. Oh yeah, it works. WWJD bracelets. What would Jeff do? Dude, I'm gonna show up like 1 a.m. Barcelona. Steven, can you help me? How do I get there? It's cool. I failed Spanish in 9th grade. I'm sure I could figure it out. I've lived in LA like long enough to know how to, I don't know. I basically know how to find a bathroom and how to get food. Other than that, I'm kind of shit with my Spanish, but I don't know. I don't even know if there's anything more than that you actually need. I loved it when I went to Spain. I went to Seville. Jeez, his artwork is selling for 60 million, 90 million. Homa Flamenco. Oh shit. 60 million? And I don't even know who this fucking cat is, dude. WWJD. This motherfucker knows how to do it, man. Shit. NFL starts Thursday. College started this weekend. So Gareth, have you done the whole like Ibiza and fucking what's the other place people go to when they want to get wild? Majorca. Have you done all this stuff that normal people do in England when they're trying to let their hair down? I'm not into that sort of shit. Yeah, like I just know all of my awesome what do you call it? Like how to party when you're posh from watching Towie and the In-Betweeners. No, there is a Garrett and a Gareth. But there are two Bruces here. We have a Brian and a Steven, so that's kind of confusing. So yeah. Oh, dude, I used to fucking love Towie, dude. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Sugar Hut. I'm gonna fucking tear this shit up, dude. Yeah. Um, that was when I was on my kick. Um, that's when I was on my kick when I was like watching a lot of reality stuff. It was really weird. It was like probably 2014, 2015. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me, but all I wanted to do was see fake life that was supposed to be real life. It was really weird. I'm actually booking flights for New Orleans tomorrow for next July. Have you been there? I've been through there, but my friend's there right now. They went and okay, so I have this friend that goes all over the country to see concerts. And they came down here to see Taylor Swift like a month ago at SoFi. And then they went to San Francisco to this festival not too long ago. And they went to New Orleans to see Garth Brooks play in the Superdome. So that's fucking crazy. And I have another friend who just went to fucking Texas to see Metallica play in the AT&T stadium out there. It just that like that just sounds like chaos to me. Like that's one thing about life I don't get. So why are you going to New Orleans? And if you say you're going to New Orleans to see a concert, I'm going to feel really dumb for just shitting all over that. Oh my god. But knowing that you'll be there next July, that's plenty of time for me to figure out a reason to get out there. But I might be living in Steven's spare room in Spain at this point. So who fucking knows what's happening now? I fancied going to America again, and even though I want to go back to LA, I had a chat with my mate about where we should go and pick there. Yeah, it's really cool. I definitely want to spend some time just like hanging out down there and doing the whole like French Quarter thing and Bourbon Street and um, all that shit. Yeah, Steven better be working on another book. Like, let's hear about that. Voodoo, alligators, jazz, vag. Wait a second. I don't know if I was supposed to pronounce that like that. Vag. Nope, that's the only way to pronounce that. Um, oh, Bookish, you're so close. You never been over there? Oot there? Jesus Christ, what happened? Oh, and then as far as like the Dakotas go, last time I was in a Dakota, I was almost killed by a tornado and didn't realize what was happening. So that was fun. Um, I was playing at this bar, and after my performance, they were doing a screening of one of my movies. And I was at the hotel and I heard this really loud siren, and it was something I'd never heard before. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm sitting there naked having a cigarette, and I'm like standing up in front of the window, looking out the window, trying to see what the fuck I'm looking at. I'm like, what is this fucking noise? I don't understand. And it just kept going and kept going. And again, I'm butt naked, drinking wine and smoking a cigarette, standing in the window, and the fucking door to my hotel room flies open. And the fucking guy from the front desk is now in my fucking room and he's yelling at me. And he's like, you need to get down to the basement immediately. And I'm like, what's happening? And he's like, a tornado's here. And I'm like, a tornado's here. And so like we didn't even discuss the fact that I had no clothes on. And I just put some clothes on. And he was standing there holding the door open. Like he wouldn't leave until like I was dressed and went with him to stand in this weird little hallway in the basement with everyone else who was in the hotel. And we waited there, and apparently it went like right across the street and just like tore up a bunch of shit right across the street, and nothing happened to where we were at. But that was really weird. And apparently if it had just decided to cross the street, things could have been totally different. Tornadoes are weird. That's something I'm just not it's just a weird thing. And that was in Sioux Falls, by the way. So yeah. Let's see here. So Stephen is working on 2 books and editing another 2 books for other authors. That's awesome. I'm like, oh, did I say that? And I'm like, oh yeah, I did say that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I've never heard a fucking tornado siren before. I'm live in fucking Southern California. I have no idea what the fuck that is. Um, my first 3-day festival was ripped apart by a tornado. It was crazy. It destroyed the 2 main stages, and 2 people were helicoptered to a hospital. Holy shit. South Dakota gets tornadoes. North Dakota doesn't get any. Really? That's fucking weird. Yeah, I was in Sioux Falls. Yeah. I'd look like an eggplant perched on a toothpick on a Vespa. See, I was always worried about how I would look on something like that. And then I'm just like, Mario Kart, you know, DK, he rides little motorcycles. Bowser looks silly in a little go-kart. I think I'd be able to pull it off. So yeah, so I think I'm okay. Like if it wasn't for Mario Kart, big dudes could never ride Vespas. So thank you, Mario Kart. Thank you, good people at Nintendo. But I also think I'm going to get a Fiat. So that's my next car of choice. I'm just tired of not being able to find a fucking parking spot. So either that or a smart car. And I'm going to try to build my credit up with making car payments because that works really well. So I'm thinking by next summer, my credit score is going to be tits. I could get any apartment in the world with that kind of credit. So that's the plan, at least. I'm down with mopeds, yeah. Oh my God, dude. Like, I have to pay an extra $200 a month just to be able to park in a parking garage 2 blocks from my building on the off chance that I can't find a parking spot on the street, which is usually always the case. Parking here absolutely is terrible. Like, if you live in the valley, parking is way fucking easier. Way easier. But anywhere in like central LA or especially fucking downtown, like you're never gonna find a fucking place to park. Have to drive around for hours around here to find parking space sometimes. And I live on a main road. Oh, that's awful. Because like you guys don't have driveways and shit because you guys have like can't remember the kind of houses, but I'm assuming you live in the same kind of place I've seen out there where it's like just a bunch of like dwellings all built like up against each other like right onto the street. So there's like no terrace houses. Yeah, that's what you call them. Like I've seen the Madness video. What the fuck? Come on, dude. Pull your head out of your ass. And it's funny. And I think we've talked about that too. My terrace was built in the 1890s. See, that's fucking awesome. Like, where are you? Like, where do you live exactly? Like, what area? But when that Madness song came out, like, I was a kid. And if you don't know what I'm talking, oh, yeah, Our House. Yeah, yeah. So when it's like Our House is in the middle of the street, I'm like, oh, okay. So they built a house like in the middle of the road. Like, how do the cars get by? That's weird. Like, he seems like this is an okay thing. And you would think that he would be a lot more concerned if his house was in the middle of the street. But he didn't mean in the middle of the road. He just meant like in the middle of the street, right? Like, so it's halfway down. Like, his terrace house is in the middle of all these other terrace houses. That's what I finally figured out that meant, like when I was like 2 years ago or something like that. Yeah. It's so weird when you think things when you're a kid and then like logic like just takes a hike and you never think about it again until you're older, but you still hang on to those same ideas you had as a kid. Well, yeah, of course, his house is in the middle of the street. That's a weird place to build any house. 5 minute walk from Seafront to Portsmouth. Technically Eastney, but it's all Portsmouth. Southsea is well known as it's very historical. That's cool. Dude, a 5 minute walk anywhere to see something beautiful is great. I could walk in 5 minutes in any direction and see the exact same thing I saw when I walked out of my fucking door. It's kind of a pain in the ass. My logic filled in all the gaps differently. Oh, man. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get some videos done today, so I have stuff for Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm gonna be drunk in a pool for the next couple days. So I will let you know how that goes. And I have a vlog that I need to finish editing and put up, so that will be coming to Naval City. Wow. Oh shit. Southsea Castle was built for Henry VIII. We've got HMS Victory here and Mary Rose, etc. Yeah, I just was at the HMS Bounty. It is a bar in Koreatown. I miss outdoor pools. Only condo living in Fargo. Are all the pools like inside and they fucking smell like weird chlorine in there and it's like chlorine and staph infection smell in the air? That's awful. Yeah, they tried to kick me out of the bar as soon as I walked in. It's all in the fucking vlog. You'll see it. Are you gonna do another light painting? Yeah, I really enjoy doing those. So I don't know when I'll do one. Probably not until later in the week. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. They probably have outdoor pools, but winter would freeze outdoor pools. I imagine they're mostly indoors. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. I always look forward to this. You guys are fucking awesome. And I will get the Bukowski video up for members, and the workshop video will be up tomorrow for members. And yeah, and I'll do a couple videos today for the next couple days. And next time I see you, I hopefully will have a darker tan on me. Yeah, you guys are awesome, man. And like, we have to plan our Spain trip and our New Orleans trip and our Fargo trip. These are all places we're going to now, together as a group and a team. All right, guys, type hard. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.